So, Teen Titans. Teen Titans on Cartoon Network. And as soon as I say that, as soon as you see this, you're like, yeah, it was good. From start to finish, even though there were some kind of less memorable episodes, the finale, it was good. It changed everything we kind of expected from the characters, for instance. So we're introduced to a monster. Now, normally, the episode, they meet a monster or the villain of the episode, and it's defeated by the episode's end. This was a monster that couldn't be defeated because it constantly adapts to everything. It touches metal, it absorbs it. It touches water or oil or fire. It constantly adapts. So by the end of the episode, this monster wasn't defeated. So one thing that we knew completely changed. Second, Beast Boy, who's usually a hero, he's one of the Teen Titans, was actually the villain of this episode. Even though people may not say it's not really villain, he was really the bad guy of this episode. You don't have to be going out doing evil deeds to be a bad person for a moment. So he was the villain. Slade was actually the hero. Slade was actually the hero. And Terra, the Terra we knew was Terra, but it wasn't Terra. So everything we knew about these characters was completely changed. And rightly so. The episode is titled Things Change. Um, it's a simple premise of the episode. The B plot is the monster that the Titans are chasing around. But the main plot of the story is Beast Boy thinking he sees Terra, and he just kind of pesters her the entire episode. Like, oh, come on, Terra, you gotta remember who you are. You're a Teen Titan, and Terra's just like, leave me alone. I'm not that person. Um, actually, I want to. So this is Slade being the hero. So Beast Boy is in the amusement park, and one of the Slade bots show up. And of course, naturally, Beast Boy thinks that Slade had something to do with her return, and that um, he's the reason why she doesn't want to be around him, about why she doesn't remember, who she is or her powers. But Slade dropping truth bombs, and he outright completely base in this moment because he is the good guy. He is genuinely seeming like he's trying to help Beast Boy move on. And it almost sounds like to me that he already knew that she was back, but because of this life that she's decided to live, she was no longer a threat to him. But
How could she have forgotten everything? There must be something I can say to help her remember.
Maybe she doesn't want to remember.
Slade, I should have realized you were behind this. Why did you bring Terra back?
I had nothing to do with her return.
You did something to take away her memory, and you took away her powers.
I did nothing, dear boy. If the girl does not remember or does not use her powers, it is because she chooses so.
Why wouldn't Terra want to remember? She was a hero. She had friends. She saved all of us.
Don't you see? She no longer wants to remember you.
I won't let you hurt her again!
You're the one who is hurting her. Let her go.
like, seriously, this isn't a Slade who's come to be menacing and mind tricks. He is legitimately telling Beast Boy the truth. He outright says it's because she chooses not to. And Beast Boy is so blinded by this fury that he's not, he's thinking Slade's pulling some like elaborate prank on him, like a joke. But no, she doesn't want to remember, because Beast Boy and that former life is tied to terrible memories. That while yes, she was happy at a point, she also betrayed them, almost destroyed the freaking city, and then sacrificed herself in order to save the city that she was pretty much destroying. Why would she want to remember any of that? And Beast Boy was the start of it. So her not remembering him or not wanting to be around him, it's to keep these memories, because we later on see throughout the episode, while she's fine at some points, kind of like, oh, it's, I guess it's kind of nice having him around. As soon as he starts bringing up, oh, you have to remember, you can see her visibly get very uncomfortable because she doesn't want to remember. She doesn't want to remember all the things she did. While, yes, she had happy moments, she's not going to ever forget that she betrayed her friends. She betrayed Beast Boy, who she cares about. She wants to forget. She wants to live just a normal life. And Beast Boy is unable to see this, and Slade is outright saying, let her go. You're the one who's hurting her here, not me. She poses no threat to me anymore. You're the one who's hurting her. Let her go. But the ending of this episode, people were like, oh, it's not Tara, it's a girl who... The final scene of the episode, Murakami High School, and
Okay, you've got 2 minutes. Maybe you don't remember, but I do. You're my friend. You're a Teen Titan.
You're wrong.
You don't belong here, Tara.
Stop calling me that.
It's who you are.
What do you want from me?
Why can't things just go back to the way they were? You were so happy then.
Things were never the way you remember. Now just leave me alone.
Here, take this. In case you're in trouble, in case you need me, you can call me anytime.
I don't need it.
But...
Time's up.
Tara...
Things changed, Beast Boy. The girl you want me to be is just a memory.
oh, it's not Tara. She's confirming it's her. But she's not the same Tara that Beast Boy remembers. Things change. People change. He wants her to be something that she doesn't want to be anymore. Because again, of him. The whole thing with getting involved with the Titans and stuff like that. The betrayal of them. Because she truly does, essentially love him. She doesn't want to be around him anymore. She doesn't want to be around the Titans anymore. She doesn't want to be around the people that she betrayed, who trusted her, and then she betrayed them. She doesn't want to do it. She just wants to go to school, live a normal life, and just completely forget that any of that shit happened. Because I don't even think her name may be Tara. We never actually hear her name. Beast Boy says Tara, but we never really hear anyone else say her name. It could be something else for all we know, because that name Tara is tied to her past, and that's what she's trying to forget. So her name could be like freaking Nicole for all we know. But the only time I think we truly hear her name is, hear Tara, is from Beast Boy. So she could have an entirely new name at this point, because again, it's tied to her past, and she doesn't want to remember it.
Beast Boy, we need your help.
Come with me.
Hugo, you're the Teen Titan. That's who you are. That's not me. I'm not a hero. I'm not out to save the world. I'm just a girl with a geometry test next period, and I haven't studied.
Beast Boy to Robin. I'm on my way. Over.
Does Beast Boy finally let go? We'll never know. He kind of seems like he's not satisfied by the answer. still refuses to accept that Terra just wants to be left alone. But she outright says, it's like, I'm not the person you remember. You know, even though she says the girl you remember, she's clearly the girl. But her personality, you know, you see she's like, I'm not a hero. I'm just a kid, you know, just a girl with a geometry class next period and I haven't studied. She just wants to live a normal life. You know, and Beast Boy throughout the whole episode, I mean, we saw the moment with Slade when before Slade shows up, like, oh, how can I convince Terra and blah, blah, blah. The whole episode, he's so persistent about it. And while that's to be admired to some extent, the girl just outright says, I'm not that person. Leave me alone. She doesn't want to remember him. She doesn't want to be around him. She doesn't want to be around the Titans. She doesn't want to be around anything that connects to her life before she sacrificed herself. Because again, they welcomed her into Titan's Tower. She betrayed them. She betrayed, you know, Robin and Raven and Cyborg and Starfire, and you know, they were her friends. You know, they consider her a friend. Beast Boy, she had more feelings for. She betrayed him. Ultimately, she sacrifices herself to save them and the city. She comes back somehow. People think like it might have been after Trigon was defeated or something. But she comes back. She clearly remembers who she is. She clearly remembers what she did, and she's trying to avoid that. Things change. Again, Beast Boy is the villain of this episode. Slade was the hero, dropping truth bombs, saying if she doesn't remember use her powers, it's because she chooses so. Like, she could still use her powers, I'm sure, but she chooses not to because she doesn't want to live that life anymore. You know, and outright telling Beast Boy, like, you're the one who's hurting her. Just let her go. Let her live her life. You know, and Beast Boy is just so overcome with hatred and rage that he just doesn't want to listen. And somehow there are people who don't seem to understand the episode. Now, as a kid, maybe, but the title of the episode is Things Change. I mean, I don't know how much more in your face it could possibly be. So, yes, there's unanswered questions, but they're unanswered for a reason. Life doesn't always work out the way you need to, but that doesn't mean that life's a bad thing. That just means you need to learn sometimes. If we did a season 6, literally that lesson means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. And apparently it meant nothing anyway because nobody got it. Like, okay, I get what she was trying to be. I get she was trying to be meaningful and all, but it sounds more like an excuse and feels like they half-assed it. Half-assed what? It was in your face the whole time. If kids don't pick up on it, that's one thing. But when I was a teenager and adults, they should be able to easily watch the episode and understand what it means. So there's no half-assing it. You know, it's like, oh, they're just using it as an excuse for not season 6. No, it seems perfectly logical. If the final episode was called Things Change, and that, you know, we have to expect that things change and that things end on a note that we may not be satisfied with, and that some things never get conclusions, and then they made a season 6, that just voids everything that just happened in the final episode of season 5. So yeah, it's not, oh, it's a half-ass. No, it was done intentionally. But it's such a great episode. And the fact that people are like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. The fact that Beast Boy was the villain. Again, the things called Things Change. And everything that episode, the characters we know are completely different. The Titans, for the most part, like Robin and all them, they're still the same. But we have a monster that's not defeated, Beast Boy, who's the villain, Slade, who is the hero, and Terra, who is Terra but not Terra. Everything, like the whole formula of the Teen Titans episodes, were completely thrown out to show that things change. I mean, how much more in your face could it get? But that's just me. What did you guys think of the episode if you saw it? What is your favorite episode? I mean, apart from that, mine would probably be either Haunted, Red X is a pretty good. Anything, what was it? Funny Raven, the episode where Mumbo turns her into a rabbit, and then he's got like this really catchy musical number. But was it with the Brotherhood of Blood? It was one of the like closer to the end. But they're all great for the most part. So, but yeah, let me know. And that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.